Hi, my name is Brenda Armstrong. I'm the founder and CEO of AB Evaluations. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to talk about how to implement a successful RTI process in your classroom, in your school, and in your district. Let's start by describing what is RTI. Response to intervention, or RTI, is a process of early identification and support in the general education classroom. RTI is not a special education referral process. There are three main components in the RTI process, and we're going to call them the RTI's ABCs. The first component is instruction. It needs to be research-based, high-quality instruction provided in the general education classroom. The second component is data. It's based on common assessment, which means administrating the same assessment to all of the children in that grade level, not only for that school, but for all of the other schools across the district. Data needs to be timely and accurate, so results need to be available soon after administrating the common assessment. And then the last component is interventions, which also need to be of high quality, and they need to be implemented using a multi-tier level of interventions. So let's review what the interventions look like in each one of the tiers. In Tier 1, we have supplemental interventions. So supplemental instruction is given to the children in the school day within the general education classroom. In Tier 2, we have targeted interventions. These are increasingly intensive interventions to match the student needs. Most of the time, they're given in a small group setting. And then in Tier 3, we have individualized intensive interventions. Sometimes after all of the support given in all of these tiers, students still did not achieve the progress that was expected. Then they are referred for a special education assessment. This is a great model. However, in the day-to-day practice, districts encounter many different challenges. One of those challenges is time. Finding the time within the regular day or the regular schedule to provide the services. The resources. Districts have budget restrictions. Then the data, gathering, organizing, and analyzing the data with fidelity is difficult. Sometimes you see groups within the same district doing their own thing with the data. And then the consistency, not only here in collection of the data, but also in the implementation of the interventions. So how do we overcome these challenges and run a successful RTI process? This is what we need to do. We need to develop a comprehensive RTI process to identify and support our students, our teachers, and our schools. This process needs to have scheduled data collection and data analysis, and also functional-based training for the district, for the classrooms, and for the teachers, so that everybody within the process knows exactly what to do when a student or a classroom or a school are in trouble before they fail. So how would that look like? The first thing we have to do is determine the multi-tier levels that we're going to use. Remember that most schools use 3 levels, but there are schools that like to use 5. This district can decide according to their needs and likes how many tiers it's going to have and how they're going to code it. For this presentation, the criteria that we're going to use for each tier are grades. So in Tier 1, we're going to have passing grades from 70 to 100, Tier 2, 50 to 70, and in Tier 3, 0 to 50. We're not only using grades, but we're also color coding the information. Knowing this, let's take a look at what it will look like for a student. Based on this model, we're going to use 4 different checkpoints, 2 in the first semester and 2 in the second semester, and we're going to look at reading, math, and science. This student, after our first checkpoint, it's failing all 3 subjects. So we're going to take a look at her attendance and her behavior, and we're going to place her in Tier 3 based on her results. So we're going to provide the interventions, and then we're going to monitor how she progresses the rest of the school year. Let's see what a classroom looks like. Here the teacher can see all the students and all the different checkpoints. Notice how she can see the students that continue to fail and that may be referred for special education assessment. Let's see what the school would look like. Here the principal can see all of the teachers, all of the subjects, and all of the checkpoints. And if we take it to the next level, the district can see all of the schools, all of the subjects, and all of the checkpoints. The implementation of this process will promote what we call RTI Synergy. what puts us all in the same page. Here, our districts will provide the resources and systems for data collection and data analysis. The school will provide high-quality interventions, high-quality data collection and training for both teachers and parents. And then our teachers will provide high-quality instruction and data collection with accuracy and consistency. Let's take a look at the framework of everything that we reviewed today. We review what RTI is and what it isn't. We review the multi-tier level of intervention and the 4 most common challenges of implementing an RTI process. We talk about how to overcome those challenges by developing a comprehensive RTI process that promotes RTI Synergy. This presentation is available on our website. To receive more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.